yeah. Who is the immigrant? If we are living in the same land, sharing the same sun. Who is the immigrant?
Welcome back, and we will now switch gears to Impact Talks, where we learn the unique stories of our guest. We welcome to Impact Talks at this time Dr. Aura Imbarus. She's an awarded educator, journalist, life coach, and author of the critically acclaimed Amazon bestseller, Out of the Transylvania Night, a story of tyranny, freedom, love, and identity, a memoir detailing her life in Romania during the communist regime. She's also the president and founder of See Beyond, Live, Love, Inspire. Dr. Imbarus is a licensed clinical hypnotherapist who trains with Dr. Brian Weiss and Dr. Juanita Holmes. She was featured on NBC, ABC, CNBC, Good Morning San Diego, Forbes Romania, and many more. Aura Imbarus serves on the California Ballet Advisory Council. She's also the president and co-founder of RAPN, Romanian American Professional Network. So honored to have you on the show, Aura.
Well, thank you so much, Pamela. Nice seeing you again after so many years.
Yes, I have to just throw that in, that Aura used to write for the Immigrant magazine. And she's more than welcome to echo those voices one more.
Thank you.
Once more.
Really, I will.
Okay, so tell us, let's just get to it. Your story, I want to know if your journey has anything to do with your book, the Amazon's bestseller. Mm-hmm. So tell us a little bit about your journey to the United States.
Well, first of all, let me kind of like walk you through my whole journey.
In a nutshell.
In a nutshell. Okay, so you have like 5 minutes. Perfect. Yes. So I won what it's called the diversity visa.
Okay.
And so that's the diversity visa.
Yeah, the DV lottery.
Exactly. Mm-hmm. So that's giving 50,000 people from all over the world a chance to come to the United States and start with a green card, so the right to work legally in the United States. I've heard about it. I had no clue what was it all about. I applied and I forgot about it. And a year after, pretty much, I got this huge mail, that said, congratulations, you've been selected out of 12 million applicants who applied from all over the world, and 100,000 were chosen, and they were pretty much lowering that number to 55,000. So I won the Green Card Lottery, which is literally diversity visa, and I came to the States 20 years ago. I started working as a hostess for
Let me just ask you real quickly.
Yeah.
Why did you take the offer?
Well, why not? So it's kind of like I always knew that I'm going to leave the country at one particular point.
Wow.
We did deal at one point with Romanian Revolution in
Okay,
1989. And when I was a senior in high school, I kind of like I was caught in the middle of some crossfire.
Okay.
And that's actually how my memoir is going to start. But I knew that if I will be given an opportunity, I'm going to leave the country. I always thought of myself as being more an international human being than just belonging to one nation and one culture. So I always saw myself living somewhere else. And of course, United States was a pleasant invitation. So I applied, I won it, and here I am.
And how do you like it here? How has
Oh
it
my
been
God. I mean, I love it. I really do. Like when people say, do you go home? And I'm like, no, honey, I am home. I'm going to Romania because I always say, if you're not home where you are, then probably you should really have a journey inside of your own soul and see exactly what stops you from being home or going home. And I feel like I am home.
That is just awesome. Tell me about, because you've done so much, you're an educator and do a lot of things. This is a time when you can tell me a little bit about your company. What is See Beyond? Is it a magazine?
Yeah, it's a magazine and it's
But it's a
actually a
company?
life coaching.
Okay.
Exactly. So
Tell
we
us a little bit about it.
So I kind of like follow around Dr. Wayne Dyer, who was a motivational speaker, but he was also by formation a psychologist. And he was cured by John of God, who is a healer in Brazil, of leukemia. So in 2013, after Oprah went to Brazil to see John of God, I decided to go on my own. And because I have no problem traveling the world alone. I ended up in Brazil, and when I came back from John of God, it was just that journalistic, inquisitive mind that wanted to know exactly what this guy is doing and how is he healing people miraculously without having any medical background. And so when I came back from Brazil, a year after, I was just having a cup of coffee at Starbucks, and the name See Beyond just came to me, and I had no clue what to do with it. I sat on it for one more year. I went and I trademarked it, See Beyond, and then it so happened that I did a survey with my students, and I said, okay, if there was some sort of a magazine where pretty much you're going to listen, you're going to read about stories of other people who, let's say, survived cancer, or they really, put themselves together after their parents actually broke up, or let's say you had a horrible traumatizing experience. How did you really see beyond that particular moment? And can you tell me how you've done it? So then we are going to find some sort of a recipe for the other ones who you might not be the only one who has, traveled that route, and kind of like help them out as well. So the idea of a magazine
it's a
started.
resource. It's a resource.
Exactly.
You know what? There's a lot of people out there who could use that. How can our listeners find you or find See Beyond?
Well,
is it a website?
Yeah,
and all of
so
that?
we have cbeyondmag.com. See Beyond Magazine is actually an inspirational, motivational platform. So we have a magazine, and right now we actually added 2 more sections.
Yes.
We added a life coaching under Dream Builders, because I'm certified by Mary Morrissey as a life
amazing.
coach. And then we also were trying to partner up with brands who want to take their message around the world. And we also do live journeys for them. So we kind of like do cruises for those particular brands.
That's awesome. And you know what? To work with Dr. Aura Imbarus, she likes me just call her Aura, is just to be healed. And so we look forward to her coming back on the show, because I had more questions, but we're out of time. And this is
Time.
Impact. No, we have so much more to talk
I
about
know
next
that.
show. Trust me. This is Impact on KPFK 90.7. I'm your host, Pamela Anchang. Thank you so much,
Thank
Aura.
you, Pamela. Thank you so much. Really,
Amazing.
truly appreciate it.
Your little